I always thought our marriage was unshakable. Mark and I had been together for 10 years, and though the spark had dimmed over time, I believed in the foundation we had built. He was my best friend, my confidant, the man I trusted more than anyone in the world. Or so I thought. It started with the little things, late nights at work, missed dinners, the way his phone always seemed to buzz at odd hours. I told myself it was nothing, that he was just busy, that I was being paranoid. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. There was a distance between us, a wall I couldn't breach no matter how hard I tried. One evening, as I was tidying up the living room, I found a receipt tucked between the cushions of the couch. It was from a fancy restaurant downtown, dated just a few days prior. The name on the receipt wasn't mine. My heart sank as I stared at it, my mind racing with possibilities. I tried to convince myself it was a business dinner, but the gnawing feeling in my gut told me otherwise. That night, I waited until Mark was asleep and quietly took his phone. My hands trembled as I scrolled through his messages, my heart breaking with every word I read. There she was, Elena. Her name was everywhere, her messages filled with flirtation and promises of a future together. They had been meeting for months, sneaking around behind my back, laughing at my naivety. I felt like a fool. All those late nights, all those excuses, it had all been a lie. I wanted to scream, to confront him, to demand answers. But instead, I stayed silent. I needed to know more, to understand how deep the betrayal went. Over the next few days, I watched Mark closely, piecing together the fragments of his double life. He was careful, but not careful enough. I followed him one evening, my heart pounding as I trailed his car to a small, dimly lit cafe. There she was, waiting for him at a corner table. They looked so happy, so carefree, as if they didn't have a care in the world. I sat in my car, tears streaming down my face, as I watched them laugh and talk. It was like watching a stranger, someone I didn't even recognize. The man I had loved, the man I had built a life with, was gone. In his place was a liar, a cheat, a man who had shattered everything we had.